So, you might not have heard a lot of fanfare, but Microsoft just quietly dropped a bombshell in the world of AI. It's a powerful new image generator called MAI-Image-1. And this thing, it could totally shake up the AI art scene as we know it, and it really signals a massive new strategy from them. So, what's the big deal? Let's dive in and break it all down.
So, of course, the big question on everyone's mind is this. Could this new model actually disrupt the heavyweights like DALL-E and Midjourney? Is Microsoft really making a play for the crown?
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First up, we'll meet Microsoft's new contender and see what makes it so special. Then we'll get into the why, their quest for independence. After that, the fun part, the showdown, and seeing how it stacks up against the competition. And finally, we'll look at what this all means for your creative future.
All right, let's kick things off with the big reveal. And right off the bat, the most crucial thing to get is this. This isn't powered by a partner like OpenAI. Nope, this is Microsoft's very own, 100% homegrown, in-house technology.
Okay, so what is MAI-Image-1 exactly? Well, it's Microsoft's very first text-to-image generator built completely from scratch, using only their own tech. And let me tell you, that is a huge deal. It's a real flex from the company.
And you gotta understand, this isn't some little experiment they're hiding away in a lab. I mean, it literally just launched, and it has already cracked the top 10 on LMArena. That's the global leaderboard where real users rank the world's best AI models. So yeah, it's already playing in the major leagues.
Okay, so we know it's a serious player, but let's be real, this space is crowded, right? So what makes MAI-Image-1 stand out? Turns out it's about more than just understanding a prompt. It's about the speed, the realism, and just the feel.
And maybe the most interesting thing people are saying, the thing that really caught my eye, is that the images it creates just feel less AI made. You know that super polished, almost too perfect look that AI art can sometimes have? Yeah, apparently this model gets around that.
So, how does it pull off that more human feel? Well, Microsoft is pointing to a few key advantages. First, the photorealism is supposed to be top-notch, especially when you have tricky lighting and shadows. Plus, it's built for speed. We're talking high-quality images, fast. All of that together is what gives it that authentic, less robotic vibe.
So you're probably wondering how the magic happens, right? Well, here's the simple version. It's kind of like the other big models. You type in a prompt, and the AI starts with a screen of what looks like TV static, just digital noise. Then it slowly, piece by piece, refines that noise into your image. The secret sauce is a powerful component that really gets the context of what you're asking for.
Okay, but this whole thing brings up a huge question. I mean, a multi-billion-dollar question, really. Microsoft has poured billions of dollars into OpenAI. They already have access to DALL-E, one of the best models out there. So why on earth would they go through all the trouble of building their own?
Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. It boils down to two huge words: control and independence. And make no mistake, this is way more than just a cool tech demo. This is a massive strategic play.
You see, by building this themselves, Microsoft gets total control over everything: the quality, the cost, and the speed. In the AI game, that is a massive advantage. Think about it. They don't have to pay a partner every time someone makes an image. They can weave this thing deep into all their products, Copilot, Bing, maybe even Windows itself, creating their own unified Microsoft AI ecosystem.
So when you make a move for independence like this, you're pretty much declaring a fight. So, how does MAI-Image-1 actually measure up against the current titans of the industry?
Okay, before we get to the big showdown, let's just do a quick refresher on the competition. We all know DALL-E 3 is a wizard when it comes to understanding really complex, detailed prompts. And then you've got Midjourney, which is just the undisputed king of beautiful, artistic, and stylized images.
All right, so here's where it all fits together. You've got DALL-E 3 for those super precise prompts. Midjourney is for when you want something that looks like fine art. Stable Diffusion is the go-to for developers who love to tinker. So where does MAI-Image-1 fit in? Well, it looks like it's aiming for that perfect sweet spot, amazing speed and incredible realism. It's shaping up to be the perfect tool for, everyday users who just need great images fast without all the fuss.
Okay, so we've talked tech, we've talked business, but what does this all actually mean for us, for you? Let's talk about the creative future that Microsoft seems to be building here.
Honestly, the number one takeaway is this. You're going to be using this technology very, very soon, and probably without even thinking about it. Microsoft is planning to bake it into everything, starting with tools you might already use, like Copilot and the Bing Image Creator. And trust me, that's just scratching the surface. This is part of a much bigger play. Just imagine designing a logo right inside PowerPoint or mocking up a product design in Microsoft Word. This is also a direct shot across the bow at Google's Gemini, and it's Microsoft planting a flag saying, hey, the future of AI isn't just about words, it's about what you can see.
You know, all of this leads to a really fascinating and kind of provocative question about the biggest partnership in AI right now. If Microsoft has its own model that's on the same level as DALL-E, what does that do to its relationship and its reliance on OpenAI going forward?
And that really brings us to our final big picture thought. Think about everything, from writing documents, to coding, and now to creating stunning images. Are we hurtling towards a future where your entire creative workflow, from that first idea to the final product, lives entirely inside the Microsoft ecosystem? It's a seriously bold vision, and with MAI-Image-1, they just took one giant leap closer to making that a reality.